All right, so this last objective goes along with this idea of resistant. Okay, so now we're going to compare the mean and median of a distribution and choose the more appropriate measure of center. So again, choosing a measure of center is a very important concept to me. So first off, if your shape is, this should say roughly symmetric, um, with no outliers, use the mean as the measure of to measure the center. Okay, so again, if we are symmetric and have no outliers, do the mean. But if you are strongly skewed or you have some outliers, this is where you're going to use the median instead. And again, it's this idea that the median is resistant to outliers and skewness, right? So it's this idea of being resistant. The mean is not resistant. So you have to have kind of a perfect looking picture. So that's where, like I said, when I do my grades, I don't know if it's always symmetric. Usually it is, right? You got some high grades, got some low grades. But again, those outliers, I don't like how they affect my mean sometimes. All right. Okay. So example 3, how bad is the traffic? Here's the dot plot displaying the data on the travel times in minutes of 20 randomly chosen New York workers. So there's your dot plot. Notice they have the median in this green right here. So this is the median, and then the mean is right here, red. The median is 22.5 minutes. The mean is 31.25 minutes. A, explain why the mean is so much larger than the median. So we are just going to look at the shape and if there's any outliers. So if I was to look at this shape, here is the peak. And this right side is definitely longer than the left side. So this to me is skewed to the right. In addition, I think that might be an outlier. So this is skewed, I would say strongly skewed to the right with outliers. So I would say the I would say that explain why the mean is so much larger than the median. The shape of the distribution is skewed to the right with a possible outlier of 85. That's 85 minutes. Okay, so kind of just like a plain Jane answer, right? No offense to any Janes out there. So the shape of the distribution is skewed to the right with a possible outlier of 85 minutes. So now we say, which measure of center better describes a typical travel time to work? Explain. So these two answers are going to be kind of the same. So we're going to say, since the shape of the distribution is skewed to the right, that's my word, skewed to the right with a possible outlier. We don't have to put the 85 this time. The 85 was, that's to show why it was, the mean was more. With a possible outlier, the median is a better measure of the center. So try to commit this to memory, right? If you're symmetric, no outliers, the mean. If you're skewed with outliers, you want to use the median. All right, great. Good luck on your homework tonight.